What is the craziest thing you've seen in your Uber?
The craziest story that I had with me.
What's going on today? We're going to be talking to entrepreneurs in the streets of Miami. My name is Michael Barayev, and we're here to inspire the youth. So if you have not yet seen any of these questions, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see some amazing footage with us asking questions to the people in the streets of Miami and getting some amazing answers. So let's go, baby. Let's get some questions answered. What does it take to become a millionaire in your opinion?
$500 a month, every single month, invested in an index fund like the S&P 500, which is about 10% interest year on year. In 30 years, that equals $1 million. Now, how much money you put in 30 years is $200K. So the remaining $800K was all compound interest. It's the power of compound interest.
Most people don't know what it takes to grind and beat up themselves and go out there and hustle that muscle. How did you do so, and how did you get to that mill?
I don't know. I think it's a mentality. Like, you have to be obsessed. Like, a lot of people, like the best people at anything are just obsessed with it. Like Michael Jordan was obsessed with basketball. Tiger Woods was obsessed with golf. Me, myself, I was obsessed with early retirement. So that's why I went the route that I went.
So what's your next goal in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
Again, I'm trying to figure out my next obsession. Right now I do yoga hardcore because it gives you that mental space. Because a lot of these entrepreneurs and stuff, they have like, narcissism or mental, like there's somewhere on the spectrum.
Something's wrong.
Something's on the spectrum. For you to be that good at what you do, you have to have something, you're not like a normal person, right? If you're normal, you just have normal income, normal whatever.
The public school system right now is a little bit different than what it was back then. So do you think that what they're teaching in the public schools right now is making it harder for the parents to raise their kids the right way or easier?
I think it will have to do with the school that you're in, but yes, I know and I'm well aware of like certain schools that have a different agenda, I would say, different curriculum. And I would say it makes it harder. I think there's certain subjects that should be, for the parents to discuss at home, not for the teachers to teach or talk about in class. I think they're talking to kids with way too young, It's way too young. This information should be reached into like very young kids. Maybe after 14, 15, you can, talk about it, but we should be the ones, the parents, that talk to the kids about certain subjects.
So for someone that doesn't have the money to invest in real estate, what would you recommend them to do to kind of get into that game?
Even if you only have like $5,000, you can still get invested. You can go into a real estate investment trust. Anything to get into some of these gorgeous ass buildings, might as well.
So what is the 3 mistakes you see people make when it comes to real estate?
They think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not something that you're gonna overnight make $1 billion on. It's something you have to be patient with, continue investing in, and really have patience with it. Second is thinking they can flip in a market where interest rates are crazy. That's tough. And then 3, really not doing the research on which properties they can go into. There's a lot of properties that are Class A, beautiful properties that during tough times, a lot of tenants can withstand, the ebbs and flows of the market. There's a lot of places that can't. And so you gotta do your research on who's gonna be living there if you're gonna be investing in that property.
I love it. So for someone that actually wants to get into those big buildings and they're willing to be patient, willing to do the work, willing to do the grind, but they just don't see the results yet. How do they stick through that pain?
Yeah, man, it's a grind for sure. You gotta have patience, you gotta have resiliency, and you gotta persevere through it. I mean, even when the market's tough, you gotta go for it.
People that are just getting married or in the early stages of getting married, what would be some tips you would tell them to focus on a happy marriage, in your opinion?
You can't focus on always being happy because there's going to be times where you won't be happy, but you have to be committed to the relationship.
Yeah, there's going to be good times and bad times, and you got to make it through those bad times to enjoy the good ones. I think you have to remember what drew you guys together in the first place, like what I loved about him and what makes every day worth spending with him, even though sometimes I want to. No,
it's your best friend. So at the end of the day, you can't be just all like it's romantic first date stuff for the rest of your marriage. To be married for 24 years takes a lot of work. So, and part of that is just it's your best friend. So you want to go through those tough times together because it's great. Because when you're not in those tough times, like who else would you want to celebrate with?
What's going on so far? We had some amazing questions and amazing answers, as you guys have seen. We still got some more coming in. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Click the little notification bell so you know every single week we come at you with value videos and value content. Let's go! What is the craziest thing you've seen in your Uber?
The craziest story that I had, one day I pick up one guy, he bent his girlfriend behind my seat and her hard. I said, "Hey man, what are you doing this shit? Get out of my car!"
Wait, are you
That is the
serious, bro?
craziest- It's true, bro. It's true.
Wow, did you give them a 5-star rating?
I'm 100% sure they not give me the 5 star. Mostly I got a very nice people, but especially when we are working night times, the drunk people, you know that the drunk people are really little crazy.
Sometimes you get those crazy stories.
Yeah, crazy stories a lot, bro.
I love it, man. So most people want to hit that 7-figure income or 6-figure income. In your opinion, what is the number one tip for someone to actually achieve those levels of success, in your opinion?
Yeah, first thing is actually your beliefs and your mindset, and that comes from your environment, comes from your exposure, but it's also the people that you surround yourself around. When you're in the right rooms and the right conversations that actually think about getting into 7 figures or getting to 8 figures, it expands your mindset and you have no other opportunity other than to adapt and be part of the group or you're out.
What is the number one thing that you have stopped or didn't do because of fear? And be honest.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just moving out of the environment. You know, when I was first coming up, that was the first thing that I had to actually break free from. And a lot of the relationships that I had when I was first growing up, brothers, family, I mean, even friends, I had to disassociate myself and actually move out of that environment to change my thinking, change my habits. And that was probably the hardest thing. And I was scared that I wasn't able to actually produce what I needed to at the new spot downtown, or over the cases when I was first getting started.
What's the number one thing you learned about sharing finances?
It makes life easier when you're doing it with another person. We got to work together. It's not a competition, and we just like set a goal and we just try to stick to our goal.
So you guys are like a team.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So why do most couples don't operate like a team, in your opinion?
Because everybody's in competition with each
I was gonna
other.
say that, competition.
Somebody wants to be the boss, the bigger person, the breadwinner. But when there's two people that are breadwinners together, you'll get more successful.
We have the same goal, and it's not like he said a competition. We work together because at the end, what's his is mine, what's mine is his. So that's really how we operate.
One last tip for someone that's watching this. They want to get married. Do you recommend that?
Yes,
Yes.
Why?
because marriage is two people working on one common goal. Put God first, everything else, it happens. You stay single, look around. Everybody that's by themselves is trying to figure out how to get it. Everybody that's together holding hands, they got it together. So two is always better than one.
As you guys can see, we have some amazing questions with some amazing answers from the streets of Miami. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel so far, do me a favor, share this video and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys a lot, and we'll see you guys in the next video.